Hey everyone, Richard at Rydensham here doing my latest review. This is for the second Harry Potter film, which I watched last weekend, and like before, it's the film review, but I've just got the book because in all these videos, I like to have the actual physical product with me, and don't have books, films anymore. Just watch them for a Sky download. So yeah, onto it. So like book one, not really going to mention what comes after. I want to keep this book one and two, well, film one and two only. Don't want to go too far ahead, and I'm not going to mention other media like Fantastic Beasts, just these. And I'm going to try to avoid any book film comparisons, but just to warn you, really, spoilers for like books and films one and two. Okay, so yeah, straight on, let's get on to it then. So yeah, I like this film. In the past, I always thought this was the weakest because number one and two are pretty much generally agreed to be the weaker films because of they're extremely faithful to the books, which is great, but they're kind of in a way too safe in that sense. Two is the first to start cutting things, but the Death Day ghost thing doesn't really matter. For example, it's only after they start cutting important things that I'll get to. Whereas one and two are probably the closest to the books, and I always found two to be the weakest film because similar to one in that they're both very faithful to the books, very like what's that let's say? I mean, they've a lot of wonder to those books. Yeah, there's still dark stuff in there, sure. Like unicorn being drained in the first one, and then a giant basilisk in this. But there was certainly compared to what came later, they were quite like more family friendly, I guess. And I always thought it hurt too because one, although one and two are similar, one was brand new. We hadn't seen anything like Hogwarts before. Whereas two was kind of in a way more of the same. But I don't know. As I've gone, watching this again the other night, I actually found I really liked it. It's always had great moments, that the fraudulent defense against the dark arts teacher who all the women fancy, the flying car, the giant spiders, the basilisk, Voldemort being like echo of his young self, trying to like reform like his physical form. Great ideas. I just always thought, now having watched all eight, two was weak, but I actually quite like two on a rewatch. So I mean, I was never a big fan of 8 or 7 part 2. I'll get to that eventually, but yeah, it could be possible this film 2 is actually nowhere near the best. No, to me, it's film 3. Nothing can top that. But yeah, maybe this isn't the my least favourite after all. Maybe I would give that to dun dun dun. I'll leave it here. I could say, but let's leave a bit of a mystery for now. I'll get there eventually. But yeah, onto a good point. So, well, I've kind of always said them. You've got a lot more, like, see, the actors have gotten a bit older. It's only a year, but yeah, I'm sure that's helped their acting skills as well. There's some good stuff. You got the new characters. You've got extra things like Draco Malfoy being basically buying his way into their Quidditch team. Though him and Harry kind of like a overly long chase against each other, which I'm sure felt like it was way too long. Yeah, it's a really good film. There's just so much good stuff in it. You've got like more of Ron's family, and you've got obviously what happens to Ginny when she starts writing to that cursed diary, and it basically drains her life. You've got the basilisk, which is pretty damn terrifying. But yeah, kind of the only real weak points is kind of like what I said before. It's very similar to the book, very family friendly, and I felt it kind of hurt it compared to one, which was new. But no, I don't know. Maybe I've gotten older. I just don't really see it like that anymore. But playing my dog whining in the background, and I'm sure he's about to run upstairs. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's quite a short review, but to be honest, it's not a huge amount to say. Still got good stuff. You still got Harry the Dursleys at the beginning. You got Fred, George, and Ron rescuing him, and yeah, it's just more things like you've got the herbology class. You've got new things like those howlers, the letters that basically scream at their kids who are being punished by their parents. Gilderoy Lockhart's a great card. He's such like a con man who doesn't really know anything except really to white people's minds. It's quite fake that that's what happens to him. You got more stuff like the idea of mudbloods with like unpure wizards coming up because of course Draco Malfoy believes in all that stuff because of his horrific family upbringing. You got Dobby, really good CGI. So this was the year after the year that we got Gollum in Two Towers. Lord of the Rings, obviously Gollum looked incredible. I wouldn't put Dobby quite that good yet, but it gets better as it goes along. Dobby, no real spoiler to say Dobby returns in later films and books, and yeah, the CGI is a lot better than them. But even for here, it was pretty damn good. I don't know if anyone wore a motion capture suit like Andy Serkis did as Gollum. Maybe that's why Gollum looks better, but he still looks pretty damn good. And yeah, it's just overall good stories, more world building, like elves for example. And yeah, I actually found I definitely preferred it. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a reread of these books soon. I've got a very long list to fit around my Star Wars books, Darren Chan zombie reread, and some library books. So I don't know, end of the year is probably my guess, but I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, that's it. So I'm watching, as I record this, I'm watching Prisoner of Azkaban later. Going, well, just for chuck a load of random films, chuck a load of films I'm going to watch in a hat and then pick them out at random. Fortunately, Harry Potter was picked for this weekend, so I'm looking forward to watching Prisoner of Azkaban, so I thought I should probably record this first and then I'll have that up. Because yeah, the current goal with these Harry Potter vids, I'm being a lot faster than one of us, is to have a film every Saturday, and there are other films I might get a spot, but generally speaking, these should be uploaded quite close to when I'm recording them. So that's it, yeah. So overall, if I gave the first film, and I think I gave it an 8, I should write this down. Again, not as good as the first. No, actually, no. I'd say as good as the first one, actually. Maybe better in a way. Maybe because one was new, which was great, but this in a way does expand on it. And yeah, I guess I'm just seeing it differently to 10 years ago. But yeah, I'll give this. If I gave the first a 7, this is probably an 8 out of 10. Or 6 and 7, 7 and 8. Well, 1 point ahead of film 1 anyway, let's go with that. But yeah, that's it then, and until next time. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the terrible lighting, it's very bright. I should really get these blinds covering all of it, the window completely, but not really new. But yeah, that's it, and I'll see you next time.